Hi guys, girls, non-binds, welcome back to my channel. I am Leah Solmaz. It's just gonna get worse and worse, isn't it? Wow. So diving straight into the video, here are some tips on how to be more creative. Yeah, I myself am a very creative person. In the past, I've kind of struggled a little bit to kind of fit my creativeness in with my day job. I do work full time Monday to Friday, so my days off are usually just the weekend. But over the last couple of months, I've managed to figure out a way to be more creative on top of the day job without burning myself out. That's one big thing I've learned, lesson I've learned. Diving straight into my 5 tips that help me be more creative. Tip number 1, prioritize time. Now, I mean, that might sound quite obvious, but with a good schedule, routine, it becomes a lot easier to be more creative. I think being creative is definitely down to being in that routine of doing something creative. I think most creative people kind of procrastinate a lot of the time by sitting there waiting for divine inspiration to hit, and yeah, really it boils down to a routine. The more you do, the more creative you'll get. So how do you prioritize time with a day job? Well, myself, I work 8 till 5, Monday to Friday. So when I get back from work, I tend to jump straight into the bath, wash off the day, change into clean clothes, and then sit down and do something creative, be it drawing, writing, whatever takes my fancy. So at the minute with my day job, I am also currently doing online courses. I'm studying marketing, so with that, I'm still prioritising my creativity alongside that, and yeah, I believe there is enough time in a day to get things done if scheduled properly. So yeah, my first protocol when I get back from work is jump in the bath, have something to eat, and then just dive straight into my creativity. Even if you set aside an hour each evening, I think it benefits your mood greatly to do something that you actually want to do, unless you really enjoy your work, which great. So tip number 2, sleep. Please make sure you are sleeping. So for myself, in the past, I've actually struggled to set a decent sleep pattern for myself on top of work. There have been times where I've gotten back from work and I've worked on my creative stuff up until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I'm back up again like 6 o'clock ready for work. And that is not healthy. That is how you get burnout. And this is what we're trying to avoid, because I think with burnout, it's a very tough thing to shake, and it can take a few months before you kind of get your energy levels up again to a decent standard. So sleep. I think there are like a number of different studies out there that, you know, kind of differ on the recommended time for sleep. You know, some people say 7 to 8 hours, other people say 4 to 6 hours is enough. Me, I kind of run quite nicely on 4 to 6 hours. But yeah, make sure you're getting a good night's sleep before you work, obviously, and then you've got more energy after work to be creative. Tip number 3, make sure you are eating properly. A good diet definitely feeds a good mind and also a good body. So yeah, it's important to get the right amount of vitamins and a balanced diet in order to maintain that level of energy to sustain work as well as being creative. It is doable, believe me. I think here in the UK we definitely need to kind of increase our vitamin D intake, be that supplements, especially like during winter, but I think all year round we could benefit more from taking more vitamin D. So yeah, water, make sure you're drinking a lot more water. I know as a creative we tend to live on caffeine and sugar, but yeah, I'm kind of learning how to get more water into my own diet, and you know, my skin is kind of thanking me at the minute for it. So yeah, there's the aesthetic benefits of drinking more water, but it's also good for the brain, and yeah, you'll have more energy. So tip number 4, if you're at work, take a notebook in with you or make some notes on your phone. At work, I tend to kind of mull over stories, ideas, projects in my head, and then like if I need to make notes, kind of take my phone out and just make a bit of a note of what I'm going to do with that said project. So yeah, don't be afraid to take notes on your break, and if people ask you about it, even better, you know. I think that's bringing the creative ideas out of your head and into the 3D reality around us. That's, yeah. So make notes when you're at work. Tip number 5, if you really struggle to make time in the evenings, then pick one of your days off to just focus solely on your projects. Yeah, so hopefully you do get days off to enjoy your own free time and things. So what I'd recommend is kind of prioritising one day, set aside one day each week to kind of just focus on whatever it is you're working on. And yeah, hiccup. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully those tips will help you be more creative. Like I said, most importantly, creativity is very much routine. It's not kind of a divine gift that's bestowed upon like a certain lucky few. It's a universal thing, and it's really just down to practice. And yeah, the more you practice, the more you'll get better at it. That's it. If you enjoyed that, if you found it helpful even, do subscribe, guys, girls, non-binds, all you creative folk juggling full-time jobs and juggling family life if you've got kids. I take my invisible hat off to you. That is so cheesy. I am so going, okay? Stay awesome, stay classy, be kind, and bye. So when I get back from home, the amount of, please don't do that. Because I can't talk, man. Whoa, whoa. Decent sleep patting, sleep patting. Oh my god. I was on a roll with that sort, and then it just completely derailed. Wow.